What is going on, everybody? It's the Frost, and we're back again with another reveal here for Electros. We got some Stellars, apparently. We got new Wind Spirits. Let's see what's going on here with Windjin and everything else.
We've got one of our most epic reveals today as we count down 32 days until MoonRise pre-orders open on November 15th. Let's take a look. Don't forget, Kickstarter backers do get early access.
We're so close to 450k. We need to hit that 450k to be able to get the 500k and maybe 600k at the end of this.
These updates, and you guys can check us out for our Electros Clash Kickstarter in the description below. Make sure you guys back so you don't miss out on beta access before the end of the year and even alpha access for December 1st. It's gonna be wild. Shattered Stars Scorpio is kicking off, so don't miss out on Celebration Month. Head to shopalestros.com to pick up your Shattered Stars packs. And again, Scorpio is gonna be nuts. We've got new Stained Glass, we've got Constellation Artoxion, we've got Reverse Stellar Jolton, Stellar Arcolith, Full Art Stellar Phosphocell. Oh my god, it's gonna be nuts. One of our craziest months of Shattered Stars. So don't you miss out on it. For just 15 bucks, you get 3 new packs every single month delivered to your door. Shattered Stars Month 9.
I said it before and I'll say it again. The fact that Dan, every time you see him in one of these videos, has so much passion is why this card game is getting so much love and why it's growing. As long as he keeps holding on to that passion, every time he comes out, he is excited for everything. This card game should just keep going up and up and up.
Scorpio is going to be epic. All right, let's talk brand new MoonRise reveals. We've got ourselves a brand new Nexus form of Corvuscain, and that is Corvuskull. Corvuskull sports 2 attack.
Oh. Look at that beautiful looking Raven, man. That looks great. When this Corvuskull screams one or more Luna, you can foretell 3 and exchange a foretold card with a card in your underworld. The new card becomes foretold. Okay. Which obviously that means that you could you're out of ambrosias. You use all 3 ambrosias. You get your Corvuskull up. You go and you foretell 3. You take, okay, I'm going to take rid of this one. I'm going to get Ambrosia back, put it in there, and then I'll put it to the top of my deck. So, I did the Corvuskull. Let me hit Nectar of the Gods, and hey, look, I got my Ambrosia.
With 4 defense, and it is a 1-cost lunar with an incredible effect. Man, this thing is nuts. When this Corvuskull receives 1 or more lunar spirit, you can foretell 3 cards and exchange a foretold card with a card in your underworld. The new card becomes foretold. What this means is that you get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck when you cast this thing, and you can say, these 3 cards are solid, but then I'm gonna take one of them and I'm gonna put it in the underworld, and I'm gonna grab a card from my underworld and I'm gonna put it with the group of the 3 foretold cards, and then I'm gonna reorder them in any way I want back onto the top of my deck. Absolutely bonkers. This provides so much.
This, like I said, this paired with the Nectar of the Gods combo would be great because you foretell, you're like, oh, well, I need this card that's in my underworld to get this combo to go off, and I have a Nectar of the God in my hands, so I'm going to foretell those 3. I'm going to take 1, put it in there, put that in, put the 1 card I need as one of the top 2, and then I'm going to play Nectar of the Gods, and boom, I got my card and whatever else I wanted out of those.
Synergy with a lot of the other lunar cards. It's a really unique foretell card, and it can pair incredibly well with cards in your underworld, especially if there's something you really like. We saw how strong Ash Rabbit was in Daybreak, and I think Corvuskull is going to actually bring that mechanic to another level by being able to stack the top of your deck with cards you've already used. Look out for Corvuskull. This card's going to be crazy. Keeping the lunar foretell hype going, we've got a brand new Nexus form of Tectorus and Arcturus, and that is Cryptorus. Cryptorus have been long revered by casters.
Just the name itself is so epic. Cryptorus. This Cryptorus gets +2 for each time you foretold this turn. You can expend. Oh, this is gonna be a great paired with Apollo or any of the foretelling that you can do. You can expend Lunar in order to foretell 3 and add any number of lunar electrals to use that cost at least 2 spirits. foretold this way to your hand.
For their
Interesting.
ability to prophesize the future with the stone carving on their back. And this guy comes in with 2 attack and 4 defense and 1 cost lunar. This Cryptoris gets +2 attack for each time you foretold this turn. So if you pair this with an Apollo, it immediately becomes a 4 attacker. If you pair it with its second effect, it becomes a 6 attacker. So you get stacked up the more foretelling you do. You can expend a lunar spirit in order to foretell 3 and add any number of lunar Alestrals that cost at least 2 spirits foretold this way to your hand. I revealed Pulveror a little while back. We revealed a handful of 2 and...
So when you foretell the turn that it's on, does it get +2 and then it keeps that +2 until it's in the underworld? That's very interesting. Yes, anybody playing a camel deck, this is definitely going to be one that you want to add to because you just have Apollo. You foretell with it, you foretell with Apollo, +6.
3 cost lunar Alestrals, and Cryptoris will allow you to find them just a little bit easier while also being a decent attacker with its effect, putting it at a 4/4. So you're going to foretell those 3 cards. If you find a Pulveror, or if you find a Phasmacore, or maybe you find a Posthumous, you can simply add them to your hand and then put the other cards back.
Again, this is also a way to get, yeah, that will be fun.
However you want. Cryptoris looks to be absolutely incredible for the foretell mechanic and for lunar Alestrals when MoonRise drops. I really felt like I cooked in MoonRise. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really proud of a lot of these effects, and the next 2 Alestrals that I'm gonna showcase are 2 of my favorite effects that I've ever written. Up first, Windjin. Windjin is a 3 attacker with...
We saw this in the Discord. Somebody showed this off, and I believe one of the bigger creators actually got a chance to put this on their Twitter X account. When this Windjin receives 1 or more Wind Spirit, you can name a card, then foretell 3. If 1 or more of those cards with that name are foretold this way, you add 1 to your hand and special send this Windjin to Tornadjin from your hand or deck. Very interesting. So if I say Ambrosia and I pull out an Ambrosia, boom. If I pull out nothing, this one's going to be a very interesting one for foretelling for sure, but this also pairs with Cryptoris for sure because you get the foretell that way as well.
1 defense, a 1 cost Wind Alestral, another Wind Receiver. When this Windjin receives 1 or more Wind Spirit, you can name a card, then foretell 3. If 1 or more cards with that name are foretold this way, you may add 1 to your hand and special ascend this Windjin to Tornadjin from your hand or deck. This does work with titled cards, so if you were to somehow run this in a Lunar Phase deck and declare Lunar Phase, well, chances are you're gonna land a Lunar Phase and you're gonna be able to special ascend Windjin into Tornadjin, which could put on some serious pressure right away.
This would be great for the for any heal deck like an Ambrosia Cornucopia deck because you have 6 copies of Ambrosia. You go Ambrosia, 1, 2, 3. Oh look, Cornucopia and Ambrosia. I'm gonna take one of those ones. Go, and then if you don't want to, you don't have to ascend it up. You can. You don't have to. But say you get another one, you go okay. I'm just gonna do it again. 1, 2, 3. Hey look, Ambrosia. Boom.
Also combos really well as more cards get introduced with more title variants and so on and so forth to be able to predict accurately what's on the top of your deck. But you can also pair this with something like a First Light to stack the top of your deck to ensure you're going to nail down that prediction. But you basically cast your Windjin, it receives a Wind Spirit, and you say, I think that there is a Pharaohgeist at the top of my deck. You foretell 3. Wham bam, if you get it right, you get to ascend. And Tornadjin is no joke. Tornadjin hits the field as a 2.
Oh my god, look at that monster! Whew. He's like the Aladdin genie on steroids. You can expend wind solar, in order to search your card deck for 3 cards with different names. Add 1 at random to your hand and shuffle the rest into your deck. Okay, 3 cards with different names. Add 1 at random, which okay, that's okay. Just say add 1. And then you don't have to put the at random because unless you're grabbing all 3 and putting them face down, shuffling them around, and then picking 1, it's not really at random.
Cost Alestral with 8 attack and 2 defense, and it is a Wind and Solar Alestral with a super cool effect. You can expend a Wind or a Solar Spirit. It's either or in order to search your deck for 3 cards with different names. You can grab anything. Any 3 cards in your deck as long as they're different names. So Gorgon's Gaze, Ambrosia, and I don't know, Earthquake. Add 1 at random to your hand and shuffle the rest back.
This would be a great thing for those one-ofs, the Lavalith, the Earthquake, the resting on your laurels, just having this in your hand and being like, let me just grab these 3. I'm going to grab 1. What's my best option here? And then grab it, put it in my hand, shuffle around, boom. And then you get to do it if you get this thing. You could do this multiple times, and you go like not multiple times on turn, but if you keep this on the field, your next turn you do again. Like, oh, I got the earthquake last time. Let me grab Robolith. Let me grab resting on your laurels and ambrosia. I'll grab one of those two. I'll grab the Robolith, and I'll put the other two back shuffle. Next turn after that, let me just grab my 3 ambrosias. I'll just grab one of those, put them in, and shuffle again.
Back into your deck. I love it, man. You got 3 wishes. We'll see which one the genie's gonna grant. I think this card is gonna be super fun, and it's gonna be really easy to get out if your guessing game is pretty solid. Watch out for Tornigen. I think this could be a really cool card. Now, I've given you support for this strategy with cards like First Light, but I've got some more support for you as well. Helios is back, but this time he's not on his chariot ride. He has taken a nice slumber. Helios' Slumber, a brand new counter rune.
Targeting the last rune underworld and put it at the top of your deck. Oh, my. That is very interesting. It says any Celestial. It doesn't say 1 cost, doesn't say 2 cost, doesn't say 3 cost. This is nearly a Rise from the Ashes, but it's not because it's going on the top of your deck. So this is a counter rune. I don't know why it's a counter rune. That's kind of goofy. It should just be an invoke in my opinion. Because why would you counter it all? This should just be I'm playing that, put it on top of my deck, and then boom. Now obviously the obvious answer would be is the fact that this is also for somebody who plays Moralith. You might want to add this to your deck because when you play Moralith, it makes you do 5. It makes you mill 5 cards from the top of your deck. And what if you milled your win con of like say you want to go Cryovern into Cryo Scorch and you milled your Cryo Scorch. Boom. You go, well, I'm gonna play this. Get my Cryo Scorch, put it on the top of my deck, play Nectar of the Gods, play something else, play Ash Rabbit. Boom. There's a lot of I can see a lot of things being done with this one.
Added to Elestrals, this is a 1-cost solar counter rune that says target an Elestral in your underworld and put it to the top of your deck. Oh, baby. Not only are you going to be able to search your deck with First Light to put things to the top of your deck, but now you can stack the top of your deck with the Helios' Slumber with cards you've already utilized from
Helios Slumber should be a Luna card in my opinion.
Your underworld. Absolutely nuts. And it allows you to target any Elestral, not just a solar Elestral. Any Elestral in your underworld can be put right back to the top of your deck. I really can't wait.
Again, another Lavalith. This is another one of those things where if your opponent outs your Lavalith, oh, I'll just play Helios Slumber, get my Lavalith back, put it on top of my deck, and just get it next turn. Boom. Easy.
To see what you guys do with this card, because I think this card has a
obviously you have to tell your opponent off.
In Elestrals. And Helios' Slumber, he's taking a nap, but your opponent won't be when you absolutely destroy them when they see the same card that just destroyed them a previous turn. Look out for Helios' Slumber. And as if today's reveals were not epic enough, I'm gonna give you guys a brand new Stellar coming to MoonRise, and that is none other than Stellar Cryptoris. This has got to be one of my favorite Stellar arts we've ever.
Oh my goodness, look at that. That means Arcturus, Tectorus, and Cryptoris, like the Tauruses have all gotten their own Stellars, which not surprising there. Woo boy. Oh my. What a beautiful looking Stellar. I want to see what the actual art of Cryptoris himself is going to look like outside of the card art, because we get those press kits that takes the Celestial itself and removes it from that and just has them by themselves. I can't wait to see what that looks like outside of the card art.
Ever done. I think it's absolutely incredible. Daniel Mosby knocked this one out of the park, and as you can see, this Cryptoris has found a different prophecy as Volclipse is a-coming, no doubt about it. Get excited for Stellar Cryptoris and all the awesome cards we revealed today when MoonRise pre-orders open on November 15th. This is your last shout out for Shattered Stars. That
is your Celestial's 32-day of MoonRise reveals today. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. We are on the second half of these with 15 days to go from here on out. 15 days to go from here on out. There's only 15 more reveal days. We got to learn all of them. We got to learn he's going to, of course, show off the beautiful looking Temple of the Moon playmat, which I definitely want to get my hands on. If I have my way, that'd probably be the few things I'm getting right now from MoonRise. But let's see what's going to happen in the next 15 days. Until then, my name is Franz, and I'll see you guys later.